multidimensional is because we get into that arena where you have to be multidimensional, ability to morph into whatever we need to do our work, right? And then we have to be really savvy at making sure that we are taking care of ourselves as well as doing the best job that we can do with people, right? So we have elders with experience, we have younger people with skills. I'm trying to teach myself Microsoft Word on the quick level. We can share skills. We've got traditions and skills that we're losing.
It's a drum.
Right, some are, you know, it might be, we're also massage therapists. So we want to teach, one of the things we do is teach the dads how to work, or the grandmas, how to do a sobala to the moms, right? And the babies. And I got a picture of my son over here doing a sobala, by the way. So we share skills, and then there's a controversy around certification. I don't know if the deaf doulas, and I'm sure the community health workers are starting to have issues with certification. Yeah, but with doulas, there's a state certification and all that. We'll talk about that later. Wages, the maternal death rate makes me wail. How bad it is for Black women. And that we cannot continue this work without our Black women here. They have to be at the forefront. We have to support that. Second is that the statistics are worse as bad, probably, for other women of color, especially immigrants, Spanish-speaking, poor women. And when we go to the legislature meeting, one of the things I'll say is, they don't treat the white women better either. So I'm all about poor white women in rural communities getting some help too. There's labor laws that we need to familiarize ourselves with. One of the labor laws I hate is the right to fire you, which a lot of nonprofits that hire us have that clause, and a lot of us are contract workers. So there's a lot of work that needs to do that. I think also childbirth laws, we're not familiar with childbirth laws, death laws, medical laws, those kind of things. So we need to teach each other those kind of things, and that we can do that, right? So anyway, other than that, I think we introduced yourself, but I don't think you introduced yourself.
No, I'm Vanessa. I was walking and I just had a miscarriage like 6 months ago.
Oh, okay. You came to the right place with the best doulas. Yeah, okay, cool. We can help you with that. And we can give you some resources and things to do too. What else I was gonna say? And your name's Vanessa? Okay, what's your sign?
Leo.
You're Leo. Got Leo in the house. Rosie.
And I was out there getting my phone from the car when I met Melissa there. And so we were talking real quick, and I said, I got just the place for you. Come on in.
Yeah. Make yourself at home. The biggest thing I think we offer with our training in that we're not going to allow women that have severe, well, not that we're not going to allow, but it's just more like there's not a workforce. I don't think there's a workforce for, okay, we have a pretty good workforce already doing the work. There's not a lot of us though. For the needs that we need. Why'd you have this up here?
You want me to bring it down?
Don't worry.
Okay, we have people down, we have people being born, right? We need people. And who does senior work? She does senior work with seniors. I just turned 65. This woman saved my life. I was diagnosed with cancer in August, had an operation the end of September, and I'm cancer free, okay? All right, so yeah, CHW saves lives. Doulas do too, right? Death doulas, dignity. Oh my God, what a concept. Okay, so we have a huge need, right? We have this huge community needs, right? A bunch of them, different kinds needs. I would say the wildest colts make the best horses, the best community people and healers. Because we were healers, we're sometimes curanderas, sometimes we're known as curanderas. I'm known as a curandera sometimes. Sometimes I'm known as a bullshitter. But we have these huge needs, our community needs. And we're suffering from it probably because we're losing our traditional ways culturally, right? Including the white people lost their cultural ways, their tribal, their earth ways, the way to heal naturally, the way to hold the space for somebody to have a good cry. So we have these huge needs, but the workforce I don't know if this is a new, are we using this term anymore? Probably not because of the regime, which says we can't use black or brown, right? Do I need to say the Trump regime? Do I need to say that?
No, we understand.
Okay, so we can't say black, because I don't know what the correct term is anymore. All of the above, because all of the above is being shitted on. Okay, so, but we have this workforce, and we are equally in need of healing, right? So, but the training is predominantly white, trained, white mindset. It leaves out the cultural. And so one of the things we realized that we had done some work, Luna and I have known each other, 30 years, something like that? Luna's the reason why I'm a doula. So, the training with us doulas is DONA, Kappa, ICEA. Kappa is the one that's working on, there's a black woman at Kappa that's changing shit up, which is nice. We also have the Texas Doula Association. I'm going to just give you examples because this is the only thing I know. Insurance and Medicaid is going to be able to pay for people who can give her that session, that body work or whatever, insurance. So, however, there's a question about wages. This is why I'm bringing this up. They don't want to pay you next to nothing. They will put a community health worker that has no training in birth to do the work of a doula. And then the doula will have the CHW. They don't know each other. So we don't have the workforce to handle the needs. And they're not willing to pay. So it's like if you really care about the birth rate, and you really care about black women and people of color, then where's the money, right? So, but we have survived because we're very creative, right? I don't know who decided tripas and manila how we're gonna make it, right? Okay, but somehow or another we made it. I know sugar and white bread. I was telling somebody, one of the things I worked on first was class. I grew up poor. And I was talking about how I had to train how to do counseling with white folks. Thank God the white folks were pretty cool. So I worked on being poor first, and this is how I survived. We were waiting for the food stamps to come in. So, trauma. You grew up with this, you haven't worked on it, and then you go into your community, and then, you know what I'm saying? We get triggered. So I had done work on this way before I didn't, in my 20s. Right. So, my thing is, let's train ourselves. They're not going to do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. Okay? We have to figure out what our traditions are and bring them back. And y'all all do it already. I don't even know you, but I know you do it already. Go ahead, Jennifer.
When I was fired from my job, I realized the work that I do, that position's not available to us just anywhere. We created that job. We created that.
Yes.
So it was very difficult for us as a community doula to go find that kind of work again.
Yeah.
And I just realized that it was challenging, it was hard, that it put me in a corner where I had to go, okay, I have to go work for San Antonio Life Center, and do my work there. I infiltrate through there too. Like I'm always like, when you say, do you work with seniors? I work with seniors every day. It doesn't look like it would look like if I was in the community, but I still work with them somehow in some ways, and I always try to shed light. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, she still works there. If she was to not have a job there, like trying to go and looking for a job, right? And at the same and try to get paid, there's not a job out there no more, so it's really
Yeah.
hard.
I think, go
Well,
ahead.
it's that CHWs are.
I was telling one of the CHWs that you're getting paid $25 an hour.
Wait, say that again?
Yeah.
I was telling the CHWs that as doulas, we were getting paid $25 an hour. I'm not gonna lie or glamorize it. He wanted to basically give me $24.50. I said, he said it's just 50 cents. I said, well, it's just 50 cents, give it to me. Okay, all right, so, and I think the reason they did this is not because they found us valuable, but because they didn't think that we could carry that project.
Yeah, yeah, they did say
Yeah.
that.
But what we did was, between the three of us, our office was down here in Wellington. What we did was we actually stopped people on the HEB and word of mouth. He wanted to offer publicity and stuff, signage, and I said no. It's going to take off like the Selena bag. We're going to have women lined up if there's only three of us. And I was right. Then COVID happened. We got creative during COVID. How do you work with your people and afraid of getting sick? So let me remind you, y'all probably have been birth and death doulas and CHWs during COVID. Am I correct? This is juicy material to work on. Okay, so we managed to see 40,000.
We would need the little screwdriver to.
Oh, that's okay, it's okay.
I thought it would be.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Yeah,
I can adapt. I can adapt. I've been at births where you can't predict the weather. Right? We saw. Oh, I'm sorry. I wish it was $40,000. No, we made them. I was getting 25, but they were getting at least 500 or something. Yeah, I saw some numbers I wasn't supposed to see. So I was like, damn, okay. All right. So, and that's per poly client. So we saw 40,000 people over 7 years.
Just in this area,
I wish we would have taken statistics,
all
but
over, but we
what-
primarily worked in.
what we
Western.
also have is low self-esteem. We don't document ourselves. We don't know how valuable we are and how skillful, creative we are. We work a little bit on trauma. We get really creative. I don't know. I get really creative after a good cry or a good laugh. I have a friend that I'll call. That's all we do is laugh. She comes in to wail. We end up laughing. I think the race poor thing is one of those things. Were we that poor? No, we weren't that poor. We had possums. We ate possums and we started laughing, right? And then my gay man friend, we made delicate sauces for that possum. So I wasn't really that poor. So anyway, sometimes we need a good laugh, sometimes we need a good cry. Sometimes we just need to talk it out. Those are the skills we teach. Because if you're a doula or anything in the community, you cannot do this work and have fun. And liberation work, this is what I call liberation work. Liberation work should be fun. We should whistle while we work. What a contradiction, right? Now, one of the questions I have, but I want to do a quick lesson on trading time. Part of the first thing we look for is whether or not somebody can listen, because you're going to have to be able to shut up and listen to the other person, not just give them resource lists, right? But the ability to give that person a little bit of healing, a little bit of validation, a little bit of hope. Hope? Wait on. Let me put this in. Trust. Whoa. Trust is gold. I used to tell people, I love you, but I'll trust you. No. Okay, but hope. Sometimes that's all we need. So our people need hope. We're hopeless. If my teacher used to say, the past don't look. Dad definitely did not look good. The future looks pretty effed up too. So being present don't look good either. Not if you're hungry. Right? Preston? You know, we have a hard time being present. So I can listen to, when during AIDS, I had to, I'm losing people too. How am I going to listen to the family, you know? So I had to do a lot of crying during AIDS because our men were dying left and right. So that was juicy material. It made it do easier now during COVID. Go ahead.
Yeah, with everything going on in the world,
Uh-huh.
whether it's with the immigration policy, whether
Yeah.
it's with birth doulas, death doulas, where there is no trust, you know, we build on
Yeah.
the trust. Where there is no hope, give me peace and acceptance.
Right.
Peace and acceptance, because sometimes there is no hope.
Yeah. Exactly. We got it, but for us individually, we got to have it. So, what we have in our organization, me, Luna, and Jennifer, is that we have a self-contained support group. Luna will call me from her birth. I can't believe they're asking her 18 times to get an epidural. You know, when she don't want one, she's fine. They just want to hurry up her birth. You know? And I call her up. I forgot. Oh God, what is a epidural? Yeah. So I'll call her up, and she's like, she's all intellectual, right? Medical. And I was like, oh yeah. So yeah, we rely on each other. And after the birth, we're pretty altered. So, but we're massage therapists. We take care of each other, or either we go jump in the river. Something about swimming in water moccasins grounds us. It's the indigenous thing, right? So, what I want to do introduce real quick is that we actually break up into pairs. How many of us are there? Let's break up into pairs. If not, we'll do a three-way. What I want you to do is, shall I do a demo? I don't usually have to do this with people of color, but I have to do it with middle-class people because they don't know about sharing. And not enough about sharing. Let's you and I do a demo. Come on. Oh, the other thing I was going to do, but because of time, come on up here with me. Luna, can you do time? We can do a 1 minute little session here. You gonna listen to me for a minute? I'm gonna listen to you for a minute. Okay. Ready? When you're ready. This is healing on the run. This is how people of color do it all the time. Working people? Yeah. Your HEB is what they do to me. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, go.
I'm here. You know, when you do this work, I wanted you up here. I was going to do introductions with people here so they could feel what it's like to be up here. Leadership is hard. But God, I got big love for people. That's what makes me do this thing.
Amen.
Yeah. What was I going to work on? My child. I'm so happy with my child. For a lot of reasons. He just recently wrote a book. I like that. He's a man. I like that. What else? I don't know. He's just so damn cute. I just love him. And sometimes I'm really like, and then I have to say I'm sorry, or I have to explain, blah, 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 sorry that happened to you. Don't ever do that to somebody else. Anyway, he keeps me up at night. So, yeah. But also, he makes me want to be here longer. Okay, there's no more session. I'm doing up and out. Up and out is when you take somebody out of the session. 5 orange things. You're going to give me something to get out of it. 5 orange things, I'll name it. That orange thing right over there, the orange is over here, the fluorescent orange, the glow black lights. You remember black lights? You're not as old as I am, but black lights. What else? Oh, that orange thing over there, and I guess that's kind of an orange. Oh, wait, this one is orange
Flowers, the
too.
wall,
Yeah, okay. I'm out.
the curtain.
I'm out. Oh, I'm out. Up and out. Okay, now it's your turn.
My turn.
I get to listen to you.
You get to listen to
Uh-huh.
me.
It's good to hold hands.
Yes, holding hands.
Mhm.
I met with a lady the other day, and she's just going through so much, and all she just wanted to do was to be heard. Heard. And she's like, I know you can't fix my problems. I know nobody can fix my problems, but just a hug. And so that's why I was holding one hand and I said, you know, I'm gonna hold two because you need that extra added attention. Maybe I need it too, to reconnect myself and to kind of get out of my own problems. And together we can find a solution. We can share and we can know you're not the only one going through that alone. I empathize, I sympathize, and if we can get through this together, let's get through this together, okay? Because that's what good neighbors do, and I want to be a good neighbor to you. That's all I got.
Keep going.
Keep going,
You got
keep
time?
going. All right, I got more time. So how can I help you today? What can I do in my little way to help make your life a little bit easier today? Can I pray with you? Can I give you a hug? Let me give you a hug. Because everybody needs a hug.
Dan, that's 1 minute. It seemed forever, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Up and Out.
Up and up.
Give me 4 songs that you listen to. And what are your songs you've been listening to lately? I know it's
Mm.
Know the Product, but what else?
Another product. Let me see. Golden. A lot of
I
K-pop
love it.
demers.
Yes.
I love that Golden
Yes.
song. I hear it and I just try not to cry when I hear it. And so many of these little K-pop songs, I don't know them all by name, but it blesses my soul to see these children singing that. You know, that other song that goes, don't take these beautiful things that I got. I can't hear that. And I can't even talk about it without crying. And I said, Lord, don't take these beautiful things that I got. And I mean that as in my children, my grandchildren, all the children that are going through school right now in fear. So,
I need 2 more songs.
2 more songs.
Yes.
Jingle Bells and Silent Night. You know, right now it's Christmas season, so all these Santa Claus is coming to town, and those songs just, I have my little bells and I ring them, and it just brings so much cheer to the people.
Think about bells. Okay, so I want us to split up into pairs. Just feel what it feels like to get listened to. When I do this with women in domestic violence, they can tell